point, okay? Instincts, my dear.
And exquisite wit. Darling, if you're going to become a drag queen, you're going to have to learn these things.
What do you mean, be a drag queen? I am a drag queen.
Oh, child, no. You will simply put a boy in a dress. When a straight man puts on a dress and gets his sexual kicks, he is a transvestite. When a man is a woman trapped in a man's body and has the little operation, he is a transsexual.
I know that.
When a gay man has way too much fashion sense for one gender, he is a drag queen.
Thank you.
And when a tired little Latin boy puts on a dress, he is simply a boy in a dress.
I'm just a boy in a dress.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Straight boys wear dresses too, you know that, right? Welcome to the fractured world of Freddie Williams. This is me winging it. They say rip the band-aid off, and that's what I'm doing. Since I'm literally starting over with like so many people in the pandemic right now, I'm here to discuss like the ignorance still of the black community when it comes to gay people in the black community. You know, the children. And I want to talk a little bit about gender equality. Like, I live with my sister, and I hear, like, a lot of stuff, you know, about sexuality, about everything. You know, you hear some of everything. And I'm, like, a person that lives in their head. I have a lot of mental issues and stuff, and I tend to, like, just stay in there. Going on. I'm new to this, so, you know, I'm nervous, and not used to a camera being so close to my face. I heard a few comments, like, for instance, man, you gotta, like, let them play with the dolls, you know, like, isn't that gonna make them, like, gay, or you're gonna let them, like, you know, wear the hair on top of his head, like, in a little bun like that, that's, like, gay, like, that's gonna make him gay, like, you're turning the boy into a sissy, and, you know, if the boy plays with his sister, and or girls, like, then he's a sissy and stuff like that. But then, at the same time, or at least it seems in the black community, the girls can play with trucks, and the girls can do all this other stuff, and it's okay. Like, they're not worried about them turning gay or into lesbians or whatever. There are many men throughout history that's been wearing dresses and that have played with dolls, and who knows what else, and they're completely straight. And it's just kind of ridiculous because we're in 2020, and I figure we've come so far, but a lot of this comes from the old school blacks, you know, especially the men, but the women are just as bad. Old school mentality. It's an excuse to keep that toxicity passed down through the generations. Things, you know, I hear my nieces talking, my uncles, brother-in-laws, whatever, saying this shit. Like, I don't know what I would do if my son was gay, or I'm gonna make sure I do this to make sure they don't turn gay. Like, they have any, like anything to do with determining their kid's sexuality. How ignorant are you, you know, to think that you have anything to do with determining someone's sexuality? Like, and I'm just sitting there like, you're talking to a LGBT person. You're telling me that you're in my face that you would disown a kid that was similar to me because you don't understand why they're like that, but they're born that way. And then I would hear some stupid ignorant shit like, oh, but you can choose to be that way, or that people have been that way because they were molested, which more than likely you're gonna like turn against and hate gay people. You're not gonna turn into a gay person. Why would you choose to be a stigmatized, like, part of society? A part of society that's always talked down on or looked down upon, like, all the time, and has been going through that. Why would you choose that when you could choose to have an easier life? I was your kid. You would abandon me? That's what you're saying, people, when you're talking in front of people that are LGBT or whatever they stand for, you know? And then you're dealing with a person that's been diagnosed with DID, which is dissociative identity disorder, which is AKA split personality disorder. I'm diagnosed that, baby. Hypersensitive to everything, but on a typical level, you would never be able to see that. And that's why I'm really passionate about mental health issues and stuff like that. Because, like, as intense as I'm getting about this issue about, like, people's ignorance about that, because, they're called cross-dressers, they're not even called drag queens. I don't know if that's different now. There was something that I saw, like, how the different colors, like, it was blue and pink. How pink actually used to be the color for, boys, because that was considered the strong dominant color. And blue was the softer, meeker, softer color. That was for girls. And you see how different it is today? Just how everything switches. And it's like people don't pay attention to, like, how things were in the past and how ridiculous and outdated it becomes, like, in the now. Or I think it was Benjamin Franklin or Theodore Roosevelt. I might be wrong. It was one of the presidents. I think it was Benjamin Franklin. But he's standing there and he has these ringlets in his hair and a dress. The cutest little girl ever. And then I looked at what the answer was, and it's like, that's Benjamin Franklin. That was the president. I'm like, what? What? And I was, like, blown. Like, I was completely blown. Like, because I did not know. Like, I was just, like, with the... with how people have been about gender and, oh, girls this and guys that. It's just like, what the... Okay. You don't want your son playing with Barbie dolls or, girly things, which all that should be outdated because all this gender stuff and all this stuff that's going on now, like, this is all outdated, It's basically everything's becoming unisex, so it's like, catch up, because y'all are, like, way behind now. It's stupid. You talk about equality, but you're not giving the guys and the boys equality as the girls. And I guess sometimes it feels like, well, boys are supposed to be manly, and you're supposed to be all emotional and all that stuff. They're taught not to be in touch with their emotions and their feelings. They hold that stuff in, to appear to be normal. It's just not a joke to me. But anyway... So this is me winging it, and I hope I'm not being too intense, but that's gonna happen.